relax and trust. These are not just words. They are keys to opening the door to your desires, your dreams, and the life you want to live. When you relax, you release the tension that blocks the flow of abundance. When you trust, you allow the universe, life, or your inner guidance to do its perfect work. And when you combine relaxation with trust, miracles can happen, even the very same day. Too often we rush, we push, and we try to control the how and the when. We believe that effort alone will bring results. But true power lies not in forcing, but in surrendering. Imagine holding a delicate bird in your hands. If you squeeze too tightly, you harm it. But if you hold it gently with love and care, it rests calmly and eventually takes flight on its own. Your desires respond in the same way. They respond to gentle expectation, not anxious grasping. To begin, find a quiet moment. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Feel your body release the tension you've been carrying. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw relax. With each exhale, imagine releasing worry and doubt. This is not laziness. This is alignment. This is your signal to the universe. I am ready. I am open. I am at peace. Next, affirm your trust. Speak softly to yourself in words that feel true and uplifting. I trust life. I trust that what I desire is already on its way. I am calm, I am open, and I am receiving. Feel the truth of these words resonate in your body. Your subconscious mind does not distinguish between past, present, or future. It only responds to your belief. When your mind is relaxed and your heart is trusting, you are already aligned with the reality you want to experience. Expecting the same-day manifestation might feel daring at first. But remember, time is an illusion, and energy responds to clarity and confidence. When you expect, you send a clear signal. This is done. I am ready to receive. Do not doubt. Do not question. The very act of believing removes the resistance that often slows results. The universe does not hold back from you. It mirrors the certainty you carry inside. Gratitude is another essential part of this practice. Feel gratitude as if your desire has already arrived. Say silently, thank you. I am so happy and grateful that this has come to me today. Gratitude is magnetic. It tells your mind, your heart, and the energy around you that you are aligned. Gratitude shifts your vibration instantly, creating a fertile ground for your desires to flourish. And here is the most beautiful part. You do not need to know the how or the when. You only need to relax, trust, and expect. When you surrender the details, you open a space for life's intelligence to orchestrate the perfect timing and circumstances. Life loves simplicity. Your trust is your invitation. Your relaxation is your power. You may notice subtle signs throughout your day. An opportunity appears, a message arrives, a coincidence feels like magic. These are confirmations. They are whispers from the universe saying, you are aligned, keep trusting, keep relaxing, it is done. Remember, this practice is not a one-time event. It is a way of being. Make relaxation, trust, and expectation part of your daily rhythm. Start your day with a calm mind, a soft heart, and a knowing that all is well. End your day with gratitude for the manifestations, large or small. Each moment of alignment is a moment of creation, and the more you practice, the more effortlessly life responds. Relax, trust, and expect. Do it fully, do it now, and watch as your desires flow into your life, even the very same day. The universe is always responding. You are never separate from its guidance. You are a powerful co-creator, and your calm certainty is the magnet that brings your dreams into reality. Relaxation is not merely a pause from activity. It is a profound doorway to your desires. When you allow yourself to relax, you are signaling to life that you are ready to receive. You see, tension and worry are natural responses to the unknown, but they also create resistance. They form invisible barriers between you and the flow of abundance that is constantly available. Every tight thought, every anxious feeling, every moment spent pushing or forcing is a moment that closes the door to the very things you wish to experience. When you consciously release tension, you open space for life to move through you freely. You create a channel where inspiration, opportunity, and manifestation can enter without obstruction. Relaxation is the key that unlocks this channel, and it is available to you at any moment, no matter the circumstances of your life. To relax is to acknowledge that life is intelligent and responsive. It is a recognition that you do not need to control every detail, that you do not need to force outcomes through sheer effort. Life responds to clarity, calmness, and alignment. When you are relaxed, your mind is no longer clouded by fear or doubt. Your heart is free from the weight of anxious expectation. In this state, you can clearly see what is already present in your life and what is ready to manifest. Relaxation is the fertile soil in which your desires can grow. Without it, the seeds you plant may struggle to take root, no matter how carefully you plan or how diligently you act. Many people mistake effort for progress. They believe that constant striving and pushing will bring the results they want. While action has its place, it is the quality of your inner state that determines the speed and ease of manifestation. You can work tirelessly, but if your mind is tense, your spirit anxious, and your emotions conflicted, your energy creates friction rather than flow. In contrast, when you relax, you align with the natural currents of life. You allow your desires to come to you with grace without unnecessary struggle. Relaxation does not mean inaction. It means a shift in focus from force to flow, from pushing to receiving. Relaxation is also a form of trust. When you let go of tension, you are telling yourself and the universe that you believe in the process of creation. You are acknowledging that life knows the perfect timing and the perfect means for your desires to manifest. This trust is not passive. It is an active engagement with the present moment, a choice to be at peace with what is while remaining open to what is becoming. Trusting through relaxation creates a magnetic energy that draws your desires toward you. It is a quiet yet powerful signal that you are ready, willing, and deserving. Physical relaxation supports this process as well. When your body is tense, your mind mirrors that tension. Your thoughts become tight, your emotions compressed, and your energy stagnant. By consciously relaxing your muscles, softening your posture, and slowing your breath, you allow your mind and spirit to follow. The body and mind are deeply interconnected, and relaxation in one area encourages relaxation in the others. A relaxed body fosters clear thinking, emotional balance, and a receptive state of being. This alignment creates the ideal environment for desires to manifest effortlessly. To incorporate relaxation into your daily life, begin with small practices. Take a few minutes each day to breathe deeply, to release the shoulders, unclench the jaw, and let go of mental chatter. Visualize your desires flowing toward you naturally, without strain or pressure. Speak gently to yourself, affirming that life is supporting you, that your intentions are already in motion, and that you are fully capable of receiving. The more consistently you practice relaxation, the more it becomes a natural state of being, and the easier it becomes for your desires to arrive. Relaxation is not a luxury. It is a necessity for those who wish to live fully and manifest their dreams. When you release tension, you are not abandoning action or ambition, you are enhancing it. You are aligning your energy with the abundance that surrounds you, creating a flow that life cannot resist. Every moment spent in calm awareness is a step closer to your desires. Every breath taken in ease opens the door a little wider. In this way, relaxation is both a practice and a principle. It is the gateway to effortless creation, the key that transforms waiting into receiving, and the path through which your desires naturally, gracefully, and beautifully come into your life. Trust is the quiet language through which you communicate with life. It is not loud, demanding, or anxious. It does not beg or chase. Trust is calm, steady, and deeply rooted in the knowing that what you desire is already in motion. When you trust, you send a clear signal to the universe that you believe in its responsiveness, its intelligence, and its willingness to support you. This belief immediately softens resistance, because resistance is born from doubt, fear, and the need to control. Trust dissolves these barriers gently, allowing your desires to approach you naturally and effortlessly. Many people unknowingly block their own manifestatio. NS by constantly questioning, worrying, or checking for results. This behavior sends a mixed message. One part of the mind asks for something, while another part doubts it will arrive. Trust brings harmony to this inner conversation. When you believe your desires are already on their way, your thoughts, emotions, and energy begin to align with that belief. There is no inner conflict. There is no tension. You are no longer pushing against life, you are cooperating with it. In this state, the universe receives a clear and unified signal, making it easier for outcomes to unfold. Trust does not require proof. It does not wait for evidence before settling into peace. It is a choice you make in the present moment, independent of external circumstances. When you choose to trust, you are choosing to relax your grip on fear and uncertainty. You are acknowledging that life is larger than your limited perspective, that there are forces working behind the scenes in ways you may not yet understand. This acknowledgement frees you from the exhausting need to micromanage every detail. Trust allows you to rest in the knowing that everything is being arranged for your highest good. Resistance often shows up as impatience, the desire to hurry the process, to demand immediate results, or to compare your journey with others can create emotional strain. Trust removes this strain by reminding you that timing is not a punishment or a delay, but a coordination. When you trust, you understand that, desire is not stuck or denied. It is simply aligning with the right circumstances. This understanding brings peace, and peace is one of the most powerful states for creation. A calm mind and an open heart invite solutions, opportunities, and insights that a stressed mind cannot perceive. Believing your desires are on their way also changes how you move through your day. You stop scanning your environment for signs of lack and start noticing signs of support. You become more receptive to inspiration, more open to conversation, and more willing to follow gentle nudges from within. Trust sharpens your intuition because fear no longer clouds your perception. In this receptive state, you may find yourself taking inspired action without effort or struggle. These actions feel natural, timely, and aligned, further accelerating the manifestation process. Trust is also an act of self-respect. It reflects your belief that you are worthy of receiving what you desire. Doubt often hides an underlying belief that something is missing or wrong within you. Trust gently corrects this misconception. When you trust, you affirm that you are whole, capable, and deserving. This self-acceptance strengthens your emotional foundation, making it easier to receive without guilt, anxiety, or self-sabotage. The universe responds not only to what you want, but to how you feel about yourself while wanting it. To cultivate trust, begin by observing your inner dialogue. Notice when fear-based thoughts are ice, and gently replace them with affirmations of faith and confidence. Remind yourself that life has supported you before and will continue to do so. Take moments throughout the day to breathe deeply and affirm that everything is unfolding perfectly. These small practices reinforce trust until it becomes a natural state rather than a conscious effort. Trust is not blind hope. It is grounded confidence in the process of life. It is the understanding that you are not alone, that your desires matter, and that the universe is always responding to your inner state. When you trust fully, resistance fades away, and what remains is a smooth, open pathway for your desires to reach you. In this space of belief and ease, manifestations no longer feel distant or difficult. They feel inevitable. And as you continue to trust, you will find that life meets you with the same faith you offer it, delivering experiences that confirm your deepest knowing. Everything you desire is already on its way. Letting go of control is one of the most powerful choices you can make, even though it may feel unfamiliar at first. Control is often mistaken for strength, but in truth it is usually rooted in fear. The need to control the how and the when comes from the belief that if you do not manage every detail, something will go wrong. Yet life does not respond to force or rigidity. Life responds to openness, trust, and allowance. When you release the urge to control, you create space for miracles. Outcomes that arrive with ease, grace, and perfect timing beyond what the mind could plan. The mind loves certainty. It wants clear steps, predictable results, and guaranteed outcomes. While planning has its place, over-attachment to specific methods and timelines creates tension. This tension becomes resistance, slowing the very things you are trying to bring into your life. When you insist on one exact path, you may unknowingly block better, simpler, or more joyful possibilities. Surrendering the how does not mean giving up on your desire. It means trusting that there may be a wiser route than the one you can currently see. Many people exhaust themselves trying to figure everything out in advance. They analyze, strategize, and rehearse endlessly, believing this will ensure success. Yet true creation does not come from mental strain. It comes from alignment. When you let go of control, you shift from effort to flow. You move from forcing life to cooperate to allowing life to support you. In this state, solutions appear naturally. People, ideas, and opportunities arrive without struggle. What once felt complicated begins to feel surprisingly simple. Surrendering the when is just as important. Impatience often carries an underlying message of lack, as if what you desire is absent or delayed. This creates pressure both emotionally and energetically. When you release the demand for a specific timeline, you communicate trust. You affirm that life knows the perfect moment F, or your desire to unfold a moment that aligns all necessary elements. This trust relaxes your nervous system, calms your thoughts, and restores your inner balance. From this calm state, manifestation flows more smoothly. Letting go of control also deepens your connection with your inner guidance. When you stop trying to manage everything, you become more receptive to intuitive impulses. These impulses are subtle and easily missed when the mind is busy planning or worrying. In surrender, you begin to notice gentle nudges, an idea to reach out to someone, a feeling to take a different route, an inner yes or no. These moments of guidance often lead to outcomes far better than anything you could have designed consciously. Miracles often arrive through these quiet channels. Control can also block joy. When you are overly focused on managing outcomes, you may forget to enjoy the present moment. Life becomes a series of checkpoints rather than a living experience. Surrender invites you back into presence. It allows you to appreciate where you are now, even as you hold space for what is coming. This presence raises your energy, making you more magnetic and receptive. Joy itself becomes a powerful creator, opening doors that effort alone cannot. Letting go does not mean becoming passive or careless. It means taking inspired action without attachment. You still listen, move, and respond, but you do so with ease rather than urgency. You act from trust instead of fear. When you release attachment to outcomes, your actions become more effective because they are guided rather than forced. This is where synchronicity thrives, where things line up in ways that feel almost magical. To practice surrender, begin by noticing where you feel tight or anxious. Ask yourself gently what you are trying to control and why. Offer reassurance to yourself, reminding your inner world that it is safe to trust. Use affirmations that reinforce this state, such as affirming that life is working in your favor and that everything is unfolding perfectly. Each time you choose surrender over control, you strengthen your ability to receive. Miracles are not rare events reserved for a few. They are natural outcomes of alignment, trust, and surrender. When you let go of the how and the when, you open yourself to possibilities beyond logic and limitation. You allow life to surprise you, support you, and delight you. In this open, trusting state, miracles are not forced. They are welcomed, and often they arrive more quickly and beautifully than you ever imagined. Expectation is one of the most powerful forces you can cultivate within yourself. It is not wishful thinking or hopeful waiting. It is a deep inner knowing that something is already complete. When you expect from this place, you are not asking life to change. You are aligning yourself with what already exists in energetic form. This alignment is magnetic. It draws circumstances, people, and opportunities into your experience with surprising speed and ease. When you feel it is already done, your energy shifts immediately, and life responds to that shift without delay. Many people confuse expectation with pressure. They believe that expecting something means watching the clock, constantly checking for results, or demanding proof. True expectation is calm and relaxed. It carries no urgency, because urgency comes from doubt. When you expect from certainty, there is no tension in your body or mind. You simply know. This knowing changes how you think, how you feel, and how you move through the world. It is this inner shift that signals energy to rearrange itself in your favor. Your inner state is always communicating. Long before words are spoken or actions are taken, your feelings set the tone. When you feel something is already done, your subconscious mind accepts it as reality. The subconscious does not analyze or question, it responds. It begins to filter your awareness, guiding your attention toward people, ideas, and situations that match your expectation. This is why expectation feels so powerful. It works quietly, continuously, and naturally, shaping your experience from the inside out. Feeling it is done also releases resistance. Resistance comes from the gap between desire and belief. When you want something but secretly doubt it will happen, that doubt creates friction. Expectation closes this gap. It brings desire and belief into harmony. In this harmony, there is no inner struggle. You are no longer trying to convince yourself or life of anything. You are simply resting in alignment. From this space, manifestations unfold with minimal effort. Expectation influences your behavior in subtle, yet important ways. When you expect success, love, or support, you act differently. You speak with confidence, make choices with clarity, and carry yourself with ease. These behaviors are not forced. They are natural expressions of your inner state. Others respond to this energy as well. People are drawn to confidence and certainty. Opportunities seem to appear more frequently, not because life has changed, but because your perception has sharpened and your energy has become inviting. There is also a deep emotional freedom that comes with expectation. When you feel something is already done, you stop waiting for happiness to arrive in the future. You allow yourself to feel good now. This present moment satisfaction raises your vibration and strengthens your magnetic field. Joy, gratitude, and calm become your default emotions, making it easier for life to meet you at that level. The universe mirrors emotional certainty just as faithfully as it mirrors doubt. Expectation does not require you to deny reality. It asks you to choose which reality you are tuning into. You can acknowledge where you are while internally aligning with where you're going. This alignment is not about pretending. It is about trusting. It is about understanding that creation begins internally before it becomes visible. When you consistently feel that it is already done, you are staying loyal to the energetic truth of your desire, even before physical evidence appears. To strengthen this practice, take moments throughout your day to check in with your inner feeling. Ask yourself how you would feel if your desire were already fulfilled. Then allow that feeling to settle into your body. You may notice your breath deepen, your shoulders relax, or your mood lift. These are signs of alignment. Revisit this feeling often, not with effort, but with gentleness. Each time you do, you reinforce the expectation that guides energy toward you. Expectation is not about forcing results. It is about allowing resonance. Energy responds immediately because energy recognizes familiarity. When your inner state matches the outcome you desire, there is nothing left to resist. You have become a match. In this matching, time becomes flexible, circumstances rearrange, and what once felt distant moves closer with ease. When you feel it is already done, you are no longer chasing your desire. You are standing where it already exists, and life has no option but to meet you there. Gratitude is one of the most powerful states you can embody, not because it is polite or positive, but because it instantly aligns you with receiving. When you give thanks as if your desire has already arrived, you are communicating completion rather than lack. Gratitude says, "This is done." It moves your attention away from waiting and places it firmly in fulfillment. This inner shift is what amplifies manifestation, because life responds to the state you are living in, not the state you are hoping to escape. Many people practice gratitude only for what they can already see. While this is valuable, the deeper power of gratitude emerges when it is offered in advance. Thanking before evidence appears requires trust, and trust dissolves resistance. When you express gratitude for something that has not yet shown up physically, your mind accepts it as real on an energetic level. The subconscious mind responds to feeling, not logic. When it feels gratitude, it assumes fulfillment. From that assumption, it begins to align your thoughts, perceptions, and actions with the reality you are thanking for. Gratitude changes your emotional environment immediately. Instead of focusing on what is missing, you shift into appreciation. This emotional shift relaxes your body and calms your nervous system. In a relaxed state, you become more receptive. You notice opportunities you might have overlooked. You respond rather than react. You listen more deeply to your inner guidance. All of this creates momentum in the direction of your desire. Gratitude does not chase outcomes, it attracts them. There is also a subtle confidence embedded in gratitude. When you say thank you in advance, you are affirming that you expect life to support you. This expectation carries certainty. It is not loud or demanded. It is gentle and assured. This energy is magnetic. Life reflects it back through unexpected kindness, helpful conversations, timely ideas, and synchronistic events. What may look like coincidence is often the natural response to a grateful inner state. Gratitude also dissolves impatience. Waiting often carries tension, and tension signals doubt. When you thank as if it has already arrived, the need to wait disappears. You are no longer measuring time or counting days, you are present. This presence is powerful because it removes pressure. Pressure pushes manifestations away, while ease allows them to come closer. Gratitude anchors you in ease, creating a fertile space for creation. Thanking in advance does not mean ignoring challenges or denying emotions. It means choosing where to place your focus. You can acknowledge current circumstances while still feeling grateful for what is unfolding. This balance keeps you grounded and hopeful at the same time. Gratitude becomes a bridge between where you are and where you are going, connecting them with trust instead of struggle. Practicing gratitude as a feeling, not just a thought, deepens its effect. Words alone are helpful, but emotion is what activates energy. When you say thank you, pause and allow yourself to feel the relief, joy, or peace you would experience if your desire were already fulfilled. Let that feeling spread through your body. Even a few seconds of genuine gratitude can shift your entire state. Repeating this is practiced throughout the day, strengthens your alignment, and keeps you in a receptive mode. Gratitude also reshapes your self-image. When you thank life for supporting you, you reinforce the belief that you are worthy of support. This belief influences everything you attract. You begin to expect good experiences, and expectation shapes reality. The more you feel supported internally, the more support you notice externally. Gratitude becomes a feedback loop, reinforcing abundance and ease. In time, gratitude transforms from a practice into a way of being. You no longer use it only when you want something. It becomes your natural response to life. From this state, manifestation feels effortless because you are constantly aligned with receiving. Thanking as if it has already arrived keeps you in harmony with creation. It reminds you that life is not withholding. that your desires are not distant, and that fulfillment begins the moment you choose appreciation. In this grateful state, manifestation is not forced. It is amplified, accelerated, and welcomed naturally into your experience. Time is often perceived as the greatest obstacle between desire and fulfillment. People are taught to believe that everything requires waiting, that progress must be slow, and that results come only after long periods of effort. Yet time itself is not the true barrier. The real factor that determines when something manifests is alignment. When your thoughts, emotions, and expectations come NTO harmony, results can appear with surprising speed, even the very same day. What seems instant is not a shortcut, but a natural consequence of inner coherence. Alignment means that there is no inner contradiction. You are not wanting with one part of your mind and doubting with another. You are not asking while simultaneously fearing disappointment. When alignment is present, your energy is clear and focused. There is no resistance slowing the flow. In this state, life responds efficiently because there is nothing to sort through, no mixed signals to interpret. The universe reflects clarity with speed. The idea that things must take time often comes from past conditioning. You may have learned that good things require struggle, patience, or sacrifice. While patience can be valuable, it becomes limiting when it turns into resignation. Alignment replaces resignation with readiness. It is the state of being internally prepared to receive now. When you feel ready rather than waiting, your energy shifts from delay to allowance. This shift alone can collapse time, making results feel immediate. Same-day results are not about forcing or demanding. They are about removing inner obstacles. Imagine water flowing through a pipe. If the pipe is blocked, the water moves slowly or not at all. When the blockage is removed, the water flows instantly. Alignment removes emotional and mental blockages such as doubt, fear, and overthinking. Once these are cleared, what you desire can move toward you without delay. Your emotional state plays a crucial role in this process. Emotions carry momentum. When you feel calm, confident, and trusting, your energy is smooth and open. This openness allows opportunities to surface quickly. You may receive a message, meet the right person, or gain a sudden insight that changes everything. These moments are often labeled as luck, but they are the natural result of being aligned at the right moment. Alignment also affects perception. When you are aligned, you notice possibilities that were always present, but previously invisible. Time did not create the opportunity, awareness did. In alignment, your attention sharpens. You become receptive to subtle cues and intuitive guidance. Acting on these cues can bring immediate results because you are responding to life rather than reacting from habit or fear. It is important to understand that alignment is a state, not an effort. You do not achieve it by trying harder or thinking more. You arrive there by relaxing, trusting, and allowing yourself to feel as if things are already working out. This feeling changes how you relate to time. Hours no longer feel heavy or slow. There is a sense of flow as if events are moving in cooperation with you. In this flow, time becomes flexible. Releasing attachment to timelines further accelerates results. Attachment creates pressure, and pressure creates resistance. When you let go of insisting that something must happen in a certain number of days, you paradoxically make room for it to happen sooner. This is because you are no longer pushing against the present moment. You are accepting it, and acceptance opens the door to change. Practicing alignment throughout the day strengthens this effect. Take moments to check your inner state. Notice whether you feel tense or at ease, doubtful or confident. Gently guide yourself back to a feeling of trust and expectation. These small adjustments keep you aligned and receptive. Over time, you may notice that results come faster, sometimes immediately, because you are no longer standing in your own way. Time responds to consciousness. When your inner world is aligned, outer events rearrange quickly to match. What once seemed far away suddenly feels close. What once required waiting appears effortlessly. Alignment does not ignore time, it transcends it. In this state, Same-day results are not extraordinary. They are natural expressions of clarity, readiness, and trust. When alignment is present, time is no longer a barrier. It becomes a companion moving with you rather than against you.